We didn't even say what we're doing.
Hey Mike, what are we doing?
We're installing a AEM wideband sensor.
Oh baby.
Yeah.
Here's a gauge right here. You got the X-Series, so he's got the fancy one. I'm going to be throwing that in the Cobalt SS, seeing how lean he's running and see how close he's above his motor. So let's get to it. Stay tuned. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but on Mike's exhaust, he bought the optional bung little filler. So right here, we're going to take that off now, and we're going to screw in the new O2 sensor for the wideband right there, and then we're going to run the wires through a grommet underneath there, and we're going to pull it up through his dash. So let's get to it right now. Oh, can't fit that. All right. Well, oh, cut. Okay, so now that we got this undone, just going to unscrew it the rest of the way. Hey Mike, can you grab me the O2 sensor? Yes, I can. Jesus, man, you're scaring me. Okay, so that's gonna run right there. Right in there, and then we're gonna run it all the way up here through a grommet through the floor and pull it through. Yep. Okay. Ooh, that's close.
Is that gonna fit?
What's up, dudes? It's my car. Okay, alright guys, we got the O2 sensor in, courtesy of Austin. So let's
what up?
show them.
Right here's the O2 sensor we got in. Now we're trying to figure out where to wire or send the wires through. We're trying to find a hole in the floorboards as a grommet so we can put the wires through. But okay, guys, I don't know if you can see it, but you see those two wires coming out right there? We went to that grommet on the floor right there, and so next, right there actually. So next we're going to route it through to the clutch pedal and gas pedal. That's where that goes through the floorboard, and then we're going to attach the harness to it, and then we're going to put our red power fuse to a switched, at least 5 amp fuse, and then we're just going to ground it to a strut tower bar, and then we should have power to our gauge. So we're gonna take the camera up top now and do the...
Alright guys, so this is where we decided to route it, the inside of the cabin. As you can see, there's a little hole back there, and that's where we're bringing the wideband in, right there. And you see it's right next to the clutch, right there. So yep, that's where we're routing it. Ignore my fell on the ground, I was using it for light.
Alright, so the only two wires you really need to get the gauge working is your red for your power and your black for the ground. These ones are all like accessory things if you have a standalone or if you want to log stuff. Mike's not going to be doing that, so we're actually going to be just taping these off and zip tying them out of the way so we can get the two major ones to where they're supposed to be. So now we're going to go and put the red one in a 10 amp fuse. I want to say it's that one right there. We're going to be splicing that one in there, and then we're routing the ground one to any bolt. We're thinking a strut tower bolt right here. We may find a different one later on that's better, but that's what we're up to now. So let's... Good? Yeah, we got some power to it.
You want me to shut it off?
Not yet. Look at.
Oh, it's doing the thing?
Mm-hmm. Heat. Okay, so we figured out that the gauge is power now. So now that we know that we have a good source of power and a source of ground, we're gonna route the rest of the wiring through the engine bay of the car and into the cabin where we can set up the gauge for Mike's pillar when it comes in. So now we're gonna do that. Just gotta figure out a way how to route it in there, but we'll show it when it's all done.
Alright guys, we got all the wires routed through here. So this is where we're at thus far. So as you can see, fuck. Oh, I can't really fucking, oh, there we go. We got all the wires running through that grommet. Alright, so we got all this. Alright, now we are feeding it through the trim. Put it up here. I haven't gotten the A-pillar gauge pods yet, so I got the single for now, but we're just gonna kind of jury rig something up for the time being until that comes in. So
So right here we got all the excess wires all zip tied up. Mike's not going to use these, so we're just doing that. Now we've ran the wire through here, through the trim. We popped out this side piece. We routed it through here. There's a little gap right there. You probably can't see it, but we have it out here, and this is all the slack we can get without splicing any wires, power, ground, which we could later on if we need a little bit more room. But yeah, so that's how it looks. Now we're just gonna clean everything up a little bit, and then of course run this up through the steering column and back behind here as well, so we have the perfect setup. So yeah, let's just do that, and then we'll show you guys as we turn the gauge on the car and show you how it works.
Run it through.
Okay. Actually, or should we just put it like in your side kick panel?
Alright guys, so Austin got all the wires kind of tucked up inside of here. You guys can't really see here. Let's see here. Alright, so you pretty much got all the wires tucked up inside of here. Aside from this one, which you're going to be throwing in the kick panel. So as you can see, it's all powered and it works. So here, let me demonstrate for you real quick that she works. As you can see, she is working. So now we're just kind of on the final steps, getting everything kind of thrown together and kind of, you know, looking neat. And then, yeah, it's probably just gonna hang kind of like that until get that A-pillar. So, yeah, we know it kind of looks a little cheesy, but you know, just gonna kind of have to live with it for the time being. So.
Alright guys, so all the wires you just saw before are now tucked away. We have them hidden in this little kick panel thing right here. And then right here we have our gauge waiting on the pod, as you guys know. But yeah, so it's looking pretty clean. We just have zip ties down there. Now we're just going to put the down pipe back on and just clean up a little bit more in the engine bay. So let's take a look at the engine bay real quick.
Humongous door out of the way.
I know, dude.
Jesus. Jesus. Limbo door, dude.
So right here, we have our power going to our fuse. That one, then we have a ground down there. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, so we have it pretty clean, pretty discreet. That's what we were looking for. And now we might just put a little bit of electrical tape right here, just so when we pop the lid back on, it doesn't get crushed. So after that, alright guys, so we got the exhaust put back on. Mike right now is going to be lowering the car, and got the fuse box all taken care of, so that looks like there's not even a gauge installed. Really, this is actually a super clean setup. The only thing that really gives away is the actual gauge itself. But yeah, everything's tucked away, so it's going to be sweet once Mike gets his pillar in there. I'd say we did a pretty good job. Took us a little bit longer, but I like to make sure everything's perfect the first time. Mike, you're gonna jack your car up on your side skirt right now. Let's just get a look at that before he pops it off, guys.
It's getting there.
Just kidding. He's getting it done. But yeah, so once we take it off, we'll get a little startup. We'll see what it is at idle.
All right, guys. So here's our first startup. Waiting for the sensors to warm up for a second.
Cool.
All right, let's do it. Yep, pretty red. Looking pretty good thus far. Huh. Yeah, looking pretty rich.
Alright, there you go. That's a rich startup for you. There you go. We'll see what happens when it turns to, starts warming up more. If you're on pump gas, you want to be at like around 14.7. That's where you want to be at. It's looking like it's heading there. So that's pretty good.
Alright guys, so that was the AEM wideband install. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that like button. Smash that like button, alright? And if you guys like have anything to say to us, comment. We love hearing you guys' comments. Seriously. Alright? So, hey, another good video. You guys see you. That's what we're not showing.
Whatever. It works.